welcome to SC Kids Stretch Session for a Friday morning. I'm Jackie, and same as last week, if you would like to, you can take your shoes and socks off, and we're just going to do something nice and gentle today to calm down for a Friday and get ready for our weekend. Okay, so you don't need any equipment. If you've got a mat at home, you're more than welcome to use the mat. If you don't, that's fine. You don't need a mat to follow along today. We're going to get started very shortly, and the first thing that we're starting with is our inhale and exhale breaths. Okay, all right team, so a little bit of a shake. We shake the sillies out on a Friday. That's it, good. Are they all gone? Excellent. All right, let's get ready for those big breaths. So inhale in, and we do a big scoop up, in through the nose, and then exhale out. Good work. That's it team, nice big reach up. We're at 2 more. That's it, last one down. Good. We're now going to reach up to the side and tap the leg out for 10 of these. That's it, good. A little twist through the upper body as we reach and tap, lengthening out through the arms and the legs. One more each way. Excellent. Let's take those feet wide, and we're still sticking with our twist, except we're reaching down to tap the toes this time. Opposite arm comes across the body to the opposite foot. Nine. One more. Nice tap down. Excellent. Jump or walk those feet together. And then we're going back to those nice big deep breaths in. Inhale. We've got 5 of these. Here's number 3. Big breath in. One more. Okay, we're going to step forward into our first pose, which is called Warrior Pose. So our back toe points off to the side as we step forward. So this toe's pointing to the front, and we bend into our knee. Lifting those hands up, and you look down your front arm. So what this looks like front on. So it's strengthening up our legs. And then we slowly tip, lifting our front arm up nice and high, curving the spine. And then coming back into our warrior pose. Good. Let's go across to the other side. So toe points to the front. This toe points out to the side. And then we gently sink in. Good job. We want to keep our knee positioned above our ankle. And then when we're ready, front hand rises and the back hand drops down towards our knee. Good stuff, guys. And then back to our warrior pose. And then bring your feet in together. From here, we're going to come into tree pose. So let's start down below the knee, arms out to the side, and working on our balance. Good job. Remember to take a nice steady breath in and out. In and out. Good, good. Stepping into our triangle pose next. So arms stay out wide. We tip down and take the fingertips towards our ankle. So we're stretching out all through the inside of this front leg. Keeping nice and open through your chest. Gently come up, and we're going to do those two on the other side. So feet start together, tree pose first. So foot below the knee to start with. Oops. Finding something nice and steady to focus on. Recenter your breathing. And then let's step to triangle pose. So foot comes out to the side. Hands stay wide. And we tip from the hips. Fingertips towards the ankle or the floor. You can look up to your top hand or straight ahead. And gently rotate back up. Okay, I'm going to do those 3 moves all over again. So we start with that nice strong warrior pose first. So stepping out to the side, nice wide legs, arms up, and then sink into your hips and into your knee. So it's only the front knee that bends. This leg stays nice and long and straight. Looking down your fingertips, nice and strong. And then gently rotate that top hand up and lengthen. Good. Coming back up, and let's set up across to the other side. So make sure your toes pointing forward and your back foot is rotated slightly. Bend into your knees, sink into your hips, and look down those fingertips. And then when you're feeling settled, rotate so that top arm starts to come up and your back hand just gently slides down your leg. And then back into that super strong warrior pose. Good work, guys. Okay, we're coming back into our tree pose. So you can stay with your foot below your knee and your hands out to the side, or you can try and come with me for something a little bit more challenging. We bring the foot, Bring the toes up above the knee, tucking the foot in. Oh, I'm a bit unsteady today. Arms start out, and then when you've got your balance, lengthen up nice and tall, just like a tree. Good. So we're nice and steady. And it's okay if the foot slips, just come back to underneath the knee. And then let's step into our triangle pose. So stepping off to the side, arms up, and then we gently tip, keeping that top arm open and high. Let's take tree pose across to the other side. A little shake out. So your option is below the knee, or bringing the foot above the knee, getting your balance first, and then lengthening those arms up nice and tall. It's okay if your foot slips down. And then from here we step into our triangle pose. Arms wide and gently tip forward. Good work, team. Coming up out of your triangle pose. Okay, for the next part, we're going to start heading down onto the ground. So for first up, we're going to roll from our hips, fold forward, and we're coming down into downward dog. So we've got our hands flat on the floor, hips are high, and we're pushing our armpits back towards our knees. From here, team, we're going to come through into a plank, gently lowering down and then lifting up into cobra. So what that looks like from the side is your feet, the tops of your feet are flat on the floor. You're pushing up out of your arms and lifting up through your head. Tuck the toes under at the back and we push up into downward dog again. Stretching out through the back of your legs and through your back. Come forward into your plank. Gently lower down nice and slowly. Once you reach the ground, tuck the toes and lift up. Gentle squeeze of your butt cheeks together. I'm going to do that one more time. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up nice and high into our downward dog. Shifting forward over your hands into our plank and slowly lower. Lifting on up or scooping your body up into baby cobra. And then just coming back onto the knees. Okay, from here we're going to go into boat pose and plow pose. So boat pose, we're sitting on our bottoms, and then we're going to lift our feet up off the floor. So legs will be long, and hold your arms out. So you're resting on your bottom. Only your bottom is touching the ground. Good work, team. And then from here, we go into plow pose. So rock back onto your back, and we're lifting our feet overhead. Now you may be able to reach the ground with your toes comfortably. If not, hold on to your hips and just let your feet dangle there. We're going to roll back through nice and gently on your spine and come back up and into boat pose again. So boat pose is nice and challenging on our abs. We want to sit up nice and tall and then gently rock down, taking the feet up over your head. If you can tap the ground with your toes, that's excellent. But if you're back here with me, holding onto your hips, that's okay too. Who's got one more boat pose in them? Gently roll on down and through to your boat pose. Good work, guys. And then coming back over and up for plow pose. Well, there you go. I can touch the toe. I can get my toes to the ground. All right. Gently roll on up. Our last two poses, we have camel pose and child's pose. So if you remember back to our cobra pose, camel pose is a little bit similar, except we're bringing our feet off the floor. So we start down on our bellies, pushing up, upper body comes off the floor, and then bring your toes back towards your head. Now you might be a bit more flexible than me, and you might be able to reach the back of your head with your toes. I definitely can't. And then gently from here, we push back into child's pose. So knees are wider than your hips. Your chest sinks down in between your knees, and we're pushing our armpits in towards the floor. Who's ready to go back to camel pose again? So come forward, starting from laying down, lifting the upper body off the floor, and then bringing the toes towards the back of the head. Good job, guys. And then gently from here, push your hips back, toes will come down, and we come back into child's pose. One more to go. Coming forward into our last camel pose. So starting from flat on the floor, lifting up through the upper body. Lift those toes up. And then when you're ready, pushing back into child's pose. Letting your forehead rest on the floor. And gently come on up, guys. We're going to finish in corpse pose. So that's laying flat on the floor on your back. And we're going to think about 2 things that we're grateful for this week. So come on down, laying on your back, legs long, arms by your side, palms up. And let's just focus on some nice, steady breaths. So we want to take a nice big breath in through our nose and then out through your mouth. As you breathe out, team, feel all of the tension leaving your body. One more big breath in. Good job, guys. So we're feeling nice and relaxed. Have you had a chance to think of the 2 things that you're grateful for this week? Okay, when you're ready, I'm going to roll over onto our right side. Gently opening your eyes and then sitting on up. Okay. Well done. Do you feel nice and relaxed and ready to get on with your Friday? That's good. Me too. 2 things that we're grateful for. So 2 things that I'm grateful for this week is I'm grateful for my body for being fit and healthy. It's gotten me through a full week of workouts with you and my own workouts that I do by myself. And then another thing that I'm grateful for is my partner, my husband Dave. He goes to work every day, and I'm currently in lockdown, so I'm not working. So I just come on here and chat to you guys. So I'm grateful that Dave is able to go to work and earn some money for us. Okay guys, what are your 2 things that you're grateful for? You can either tell me, you can tell mum, you can tell dad. Just 2 things that have made you happy this week, 2 things that that you're grateful for, that you're thankful for happening. That's excellent. Okay, well I look forward to seeing you next week for another week of workouts. Thank you for joining me. I'll chat to you soon. Bye.